Hello Scorpio, and welcome to your Mercury retrograde update. So it's your July kind of like guide. It's very difficult when we have the one in Leo. It's very potent, so that's kind of like triple or quadruple the dosage, because Mercury is turning backwards in the sign of Leo, very fiery sign, and it's also in conjunction with another fiery planet of Mars, and in connection with Uranus, which can kind of like drop like I'm in on a blink and create different kind of like situation. And we also have unpredictable Chiron, which is also planet of wounding and healing. So holy smoly, like walking on banana peels, like what do I do next, kind of a thing, right? So before I start, guys, I want to tell you that this new concept where more clicks, more likes, and more comments will actually get your reading faster are really and more kind of like elaborate, like really worked with you guys. Are saying nobody's putting Scorpio in a corner, and I can see the Scorpios are really coming on in waves. I guess you were just sitting in your bathtub knowing how much you like water and soaking, and you didn't want to touch it with wet fingers. But YouTube has this new algorithm. This is really needed. You'll help me, so please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget, guys, to check your ascendant and moon sign. Why do I say that? Why so many readers keep drilling that? You see, if you come to a private reading, then I'm really focusing on you, on your birthday, on your unique kind of like GPS. When you come to a general reading, it's kind of like a crapshoot, right, if you wish, because it's like Old Navy. Oh, let me try these jeans, let me try these jeans, and kind of like finding how it fits. You're not going to find a perfect fit. You're going to say this looks good, kind of a thing. That's kind of like akin to general reading. You might have one message and hey, this color looks great, or this cut looks great, but I wish there are two in one instead of having two kind of different pairs. So kind of keep that in mind. So cattarot.ca, guys, if you want a reading, and let's start and see what this Mercury retrograde brings. So as you know, we entered it on the 9th, and oh boy, I'm feeling it strongly. Holy moly, what the heck and going on? You are getting tons of messages, tons. So first of all, the first card that came through is your card, is Judgment, and it's a very intense card. I'm kind of like feeling chills over here. And then we are having this Four of Pentacles. It's about feeling protective, and it's also, both of them are giving me this like really strong essence. You see, Judgment card, it's ruled by Pluto, and I'm considering this like one of my karma cards. And the reason why I think this is a karma card is because Judgment shows when you really need to self-evaluate. So it's almost like, hey, I die and I come before quote unquote God, and I really want to see what is really going on over here, right? So kind of like it's at a crux, and you guys are continuously redeveloping yourself, right? You at this stage is talking about purging certain things, and in order for you to be renewed, right? So it's kind of like rebirth, which is like very close to your death thing, right? And a freedom. But then I see this like next one here, which is like, I'm staying where I am. Just leave me where I am. I just like want to be here where I am. So let's see, what is this bundle here saying? And I don't even know if I should look it up or down, but I grab it this way, so I will continue. We have King of Pentacles. So that's a Taurus energy. That is the energy that maybe or it's something that you have been born in the sign of Taurus, or something that you have been going through in April and May, that right now it's kind of like sending you flashbacks. And it's like really time of getting in touch and cleaning it entirely. Whoa, you have another karma card, which is like Wheel of Fortune, and both of these karma cards are upright, which is extremely important. You guys are shifting. Maybe this is simply talking about you feeling protective, you feeling that something somewhere kind of like just twist this destiny. It was like paid it for, I don't know, like this card to me in the other deck, and I have to show you. It shows as past lives, and I really, this is like what kind of like crossed my mind. I kind of like seen this hourglass, and that's kind of what made me think of this card, because in this deck I believe it shows this hourglass where whole bunch of lives, or this could be also for a moon card that is showing, are coming through. Well, never mind, I think it's actually even a moon card showing, because that one is also connected. But that's the flash that I had, that this almost like is some kind of clarity from your past lives that at this stage kind of being addressed. You have a Tower, which is another card that belongs to Scorpio, and Tower is like about the sudden development. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Traveling, traffic, computers is going to be affected. It could be huge arguments out of freaking nowhere. You will be just doing things and having like your coffee, and something falls in your like lap that you really have to deal with at that time. This could be all relationships coming back, especially if you guys, I don't know, you have a fire sign. I don't know, I'm seeing, yeah, the fire signs are really clearly shown, but I also see earth signs here, and also see water signs. I don't know, some of you might be dealing with a Leo. So this beautiful sun card over here that I see could be talking about children. I really like the sunflowers, and sunflowers, I don't know if you guys noticed, well, in this card is shown more than the other cards, is the sun is this way, and the sunflower always is admiring the sun, and that's why it's called sunflower. It's kind of like that adoration. This is the card about children, and especially about male child. And you have the star here reversed, and you have Three of Hearts, pardon me, Three of Swords reversed. But look at it in this deck. Look at how she is determined to overcome that. She is angry at herself because of some kind of situation, and I really feel that some of you maybe have been at some point in some situation of helplessness. Look at the amount of freaking major arcanas and aces. I am considering half of major arcanas. Why? Because aces are the gateway. So it would be like a traveling, and you arrive at the airport, and there are the gates, 4 gates, you have to pass through it. So it's clear connection. Hi Matrix, thanks for joining us. I'm going to rearrange the table. This is my Scorpio kitty, right? Or your Taurus. What are you, Scorpio or Taurus? You're not sure, but he has characteristics of both, and he is very protective, very nice. And now everybody in Scorpio land can only see black, which is your color. So you see how everything is made for a reason. How about, dude, you come here. You come here. Come here. No, no, you're going to break this. Thank you very much. Play with the dog, please. Yeah, go tell the dog what to do. Go tell the dog what to do. Yes. You see, guys, maybe there's like somebody who is continuously in your face, who wants cuddling, who wants, I would say, special treatment, right? Mercury retrograde, yeah, we get kind of like old things coming back. It doesn't have to be a relationship per se. It could be simply that some old stuff is coming to the fore. Maybe, you know, you thought that something is finished. Maybe you thought you paid your bill. Maybe you thought you overcome the issue with your coworker, and now everything keeps coming back. But maybe this is why you're so protective. You're kind of guarding your territory, and generally Scorpio is not, well, it's a protective sign of others, not so much protective of its own, right? Because I do see that you guys, and some of you, are going to be faced with confusion. Some of you might even have kind of like a test of faith. It can be negativity at some point. See, whenever we have, and I really love this blowing, like, I mean, the lid has been blown off. It's a clearly very phallic, right, card. So look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 majors and an ace, 7 out of 9 cards. That's I don't know how to tell you that this is really major. Are you okay, dude? So now I have a dog dealing with this. Because you guys will get yeah, you guys will get through it. It's another Scorpio. So you see this guard, I'm feeling it. Like, I mean, why do you think that all these readings, cats didn't come through, dogs, and now like you're getting like 2 in 1, and both Scorpios? Do you want a message for Scorpio, Tiger? I'm gonna say something. Should I watch? Transportation or something, kids? Okay, so it's all good. He has his head and his spout in my lap. Isn't that cute? So let's talk about Tower. I mean, yeah, sure, it's kind of like one of those poof, something happens. It's Mars, and Mars is basically, you know, conjuncting Leo. So, which can mean it can be lots of arguments. It can be lots of kind of like fight for prestige. It is in Leo. So, Sun represents Leo. This can simply really talk about that, right? And it can be kind of like awakening of some sort, something coming to the light, some kind of shock. I have a feeling that somebody was hiding something from you guys, and that you kind of like had your intuition about the particular thing, and you just couldn't really put a finger on it, or you just couldn't discuss because you felt, well, I'll go out on a limb, I'm going to look stupid if I really say something, right? So this is also about ego. It's also about questioning your own involvement in the entire situation, right? And keep in mind the Tower is really good because, yeah, change is difficult. We are a fixed sign. We kind of like to set our system and kind of like run with this. But, you know, Tower kind of like reminds us, as I said, kind of, hey, sudden change can happen this particular time. And in your case, I do have to tell you that you might invite one of your old partners back in your life. It kind of like looks this way. So bear with me. This can actually have few different interpretations. After all, you have like this threaded 3 of Swords showing up here. It is reversed. It is good. Like these swords are pulled out. I really actually like this interpretation. This woman or girl, or I don't know, like what you want to call it, almost like reminds me of me. Like when I'm really pushed down, I will fight. I will really fight and not allow the destiny to walk over me. You Scorpios are like almost like equal in kind of like that way. When this reverses, it almost like looks like it's some kind of reversal. Something that looked, I don't know, hopeless. Something that looked like, you know, things are just not going to work out. There's not going to be commitment. No way, Jose kind of a thing. Comes back. And it looks stable. So I said 2 different interpretation because you might be feeling very guarded about that. It could be job, it can be a person, it can be an idea, it can be a project, it can be any of that stuff. But at the same time, this really can talk about possible forgiveness and recovery and introspection, right? Be careful. Tower can keep shifting back and forth all the time. And then you have Aquarius. Aquarius is the rune of ideas, and it is reversed because this will be 2 horses kissing each other here. But in Norse mythology, this is really, really Mercury retrograde rune when it reverses. Be very careful while traveling, and this could be travel basically card as well. This is a travel card, and it's going to be lots of kind of you guys are getting download of information. You're getting download of intuition. I mean, which son was it reading? I just told him, like, showed him a picture that, you know, I'm looking for different things and I'm looking for these insights. So look at here. Can you see something? Look at this. Is right next to the river where I live. But if you can tell, well, that's why I told me fix lighting, because look at this blue part here. Trees are not blue, right? And something has happened here, and I was like thinking I'm going insane. Almost looked like it's a low cloud, but that didn't make any sense. It looked like smoke, then I didn't see smoke, right? And then I took a picture and it hit me. It's probably coming from all the shamanic things. Look at this. Isn't this past lives? So first of all, let me point out to you. Look at the dragon. Look at the dragon here. Can you see there's like two big eyes and teeth and surging, and you can see the wings over here, and you can see people over here. Look, just struggling. Or this can also look like a major big claw trying to move forward, and then it's being stopped and prevented, and almost looks like the water, how basically turned in the photograph, is glistening because the dragon's breath kind of like bred on it. But dragon is a good thing. It's mythologically really good thing. Like you can see the face of a person right now here. It's almost like laughing. So it could be that you will feel minimized. It could also feel that you will feel ridiculed. It could also feel that somebody's not taking your emotions in account, right? So it could be that others are simply lacking understanding or respect. So it's going to be lots of things happening here for you guys. The only thing I would really warn you is, besides the transportation thing, because this is very common interpretation that something with vehicle can go wrong, problems while traveling, but this also can signify health problems with pets, guys. So kind of like keep that in mind, right? So another card, ask for help from others. This is a very positive card, right? Because it's going to tell me that you guys are actually becoming vulnerable again. This is something that I've seen in this card when I was thinking, did they kind of like close their gateway and that kind of like connection to the creator or something, because maybe something has happened and they kind of like had to deal with this internal kind of like repair, maybe internal bleeding, maybe kind of a heart. And now you're saying ask for help. Ask yourself, when was the last time you have asked for help? Are you too proud to do that, right? Because your angels are asking you to reach out for those around you and ask for assistance. You know, it is really difficult for a proud sign like yours to ask for it, but you know, by allowing others to lend a hand, you're actually increasing your chances of success. And almost looks like that your plans and everything is going to start to move forward, right? It's interestingly enough, the help you may receive, it can actually include really important information that you will kind of like really mull over. Also be very careful not to exert yourself, nothing overly physical or emotional, because it can actually result in health challenges. But I really think that it might be some kind of scare or some kind of like shock or some kind of like realization. It's going to be like facepalm. Oh my gosh, how couldn't I not kind of like really realize that? But by asking somebody to lighten your load, it's going to give you a new sense of clarity, a new sense of, wait a minute, we are all connected. Why haven't I done it before? Oh my goodness, 18 minutes. I only want it to be short and sweet. So Scorpio, check out our ascendant and moon sign. In the description is the link if you don't know which one it is. Lastly, as I said, YouTube was changing this algorithm, so clicks and comments are important for your sign to be read earlier. But also check if you're still subscribed, because there was like lots of talk about sudden unsubscriptions happening. So all the best, guys. Contact me if you want your private reading, cattarot.ca. And until the next time, I love you, and you're going to get much higher level for the monthly reading that are coming up soon for August. Love you.